Hey everyone, it's time for a little more arcade action. And what do we have today but Pac-Man? Yeah, we're going to play some Pac-Man. Pac-Man was really when I think of arcade games, classic arcade games, this is like the 57 Chevy, this is the classic. Pac-Man was the first game I remember playing in the arcade actually. I remember when I was a little kid, my dad holding me up to that joystick, and I'm just looking over the control panel really, and just barely looking over the screen trying to get the mechanics of the game, and he was showing me, how to eat the power pellet and turn the ghosts blue, and I was kind of hooked ever since then. This is my first home console game. This is actually the Atari 5200 game, and this was actually a great home version. It was the first version that was actually good. The 2600 version was very different, fun in itself, but it wasn't the Pac-Man that we knew really. What we have here, this is a original Pac-Man machine that I've painstakingly restored. I hand painted the entire cab over top of the existing art. So this is actual, just painted over top of the original art. This was in really bad condition. It was brought down from New York. I got a hold of it. It was sitting in a garage, just kind of neglected, and had all kinds of problems. I sanded it. I gave it about 17 coats of paint, believe it or not, sanding, really reconditioned it. It looks great. I'm happy with it. Got a new old stock marquee, control panel, a nice bezel, and a new monitor inside, CRT. It's great. I love this game. Just a little bit of history is kind of interesting. And just a couple things on the topper I've got here. I've got a signed Pac-Man Fever CD by Jerry Buckner and Garcia. They produced that. It was a big hit back in the 80s. And I've got a couple of original Arcade Flyer ads. It's kind of interesting. Pac-Man Top Video Game of the Year. If you look at the statistics here, these are a couple things I made. There are a couple coasters. Statistics here. It says, let's see if I can focus that. Yeah, Cashbox October 31st, 81. The year's top 3 highest earning pieces. According to our savior, Pac-Man, then Defenders, and Asteroids. It's kind of interesting. There's the 3 different versions. You got the upright, the cabaret, and the cocktail. You can see the upright there uses black T-molding, which is not typical. A lot of times in that flyer, they would have earlier versions of the game when they're just getting it out, before the final production one is sold. But pretty much all the, I think, games, came with the orange T-molding there on the side. But yeah, here's another neat original flyer. That's actually just the other side of it. So, and then I've also got a signed Billy Mitchell autograph on there. Billy Mitchell was the first one to get the first perfect game of Pac-Man, 3,333,000 something, I think, back in 1999. That was pretty neat. And here's the latest guy, I think, to get the perfect Pac-Man score. He's out of UK. I've met him also. Met both of them, and nice guys. And he just did that recently. And here's Jerry's as well. But here's the cabinet. Let's fire it up here and play a little bit. But one special thing about this cabinet is that I actually have original PCBs of not only Pac-Man, but Pac-Man Plus, Super Pac-Man, and Junior Pac-Man, and it plays Miss Pac-Man as well. So I've got them all in a JAMA harness. It's a little dark in there now, but I've got all the PCBs wired up through a cabinet to JAMA converter. So anyway, it's all there. It's all running on original hardware. It's great. The reason I went with the original hardware rather than a multi-cart or something was because, when I play Pac-Man, I want to play Pac-Man. I want to play the real Pac-Man, the way that I knew it growing up. I want this, this great joystick, this control panel. Today it's 2016. You can play Pac-Man on a cell phone. It's no problem. I mean, why would you have this gigantic 250-pound machine that is the size of the refrigerator? So if you're going to go to all that effort, you might as well go all out. You got to have the joystick, you got to have the game, you got to have the great side art. This is a great game, and it deserves a nice place in the arcade. This is the first thing you see when you come in the arcade, and to me it's just a symbol of arcade. I mean, it's just, it's really a classic. So let's fire it up. I've got it sitting next to my Galaga there, which is also, that's classic. So let's fire this guy up. Turn the lights on. Got it set for free play. Let's do this. This is actually a great game for recording because it only takes one hand. And I'll just play here for a little bit. I never really learned patterns. I never learned patterns really because, I don't know, I kind of took the fun out of it. But I do remember my high score from the 5200 game back then when I was a kid. And my high score was 647,960. I always remember that high score. For some reason I just could never forget it. The mechanics of that game are a little bit different. So, you know, there's different things, different patterns of course, make it easier or harder, but, you know, Pac-Man's a great game. The sounds are so great. The thing that keeps getting me back is always trying to, you know, get all 4 ghosts on higher levels. So it's just a blast. Love the sound effects. Game over.